So this is the line tool. So if we select a plane, click on Sketch, select the line tool, and then as I click it drops an initial point, and then as you can see as I'm dragging around the mouse cursor it's tracing a line between that first point and where I'm going to drop the second one. So if I just click again, it drops the second point, and as I keep clicking around the screen it keeps drawing a line to the next point in this chain. So if I want to stop that chain, I can hit the escape key and it brings me out of the line tool entirely. So we keep that chain of lines, they'll always be joined to each other, and as you can see it's tried to put some useful relations in on these lines. So this one's locked to vertical, this one and this one have got a perpendicular relationship. That original point I dropped on the origin, so that one's been locked down to the origin, and these two it's made perpendicular as well. So it has a good try at trying to snap some relations onto these lines to try and begin constraining them. But obviously you may have to delete these, add some more in, and add some dimensions in as well. So if we just quickly get back into the tool and we start clicking again, creating a chain of lines. You don't have to press escape to get out of the tool, you can double click anywhere and it leaves you in the tool, but it finishes that run and it allows you to start a fresh chain of lines somewhere else. So yeah, there's a few ways of getting out of the tool. You can bring up this menu by right clicking, and you can also click end chain here, which it's saying does the same as double clicking. So that's the basic line tool. If we delete those, just have a look at some of the other options in here. So we had it set on the default option that was as sketched, so that those lines were just going to be wherever I drop those sketch points. You can lock the line that you create to horizontal, so I've done that there, and if I click the first point it won't let me create anything other than a purely horizontal line, and it puts that relation in for me as well, so I can't drag that line off horizontal. And there you go. So likewise there's a vertical option in there where you can lock it to vertical. There's an angle option as well, so say I wanted a 45-degree line, and drop that first point, and you can see it's just giving me 45 degrees from vertical here. It's taking vertical as 0 degrees and then round to there 45, but I can go in either direction. So there you go. But it doesn't have a relation that will lock that to 45, so it's only as I'm defining it there that it's locked to 45. As soon as I've finished the line, I can drag it off 45. So if I wanted a 45-degree line, I should be careful not to drag the end of it and to quickly put a dimension on that and lock it to some piece of geometry, in this case the right plane. Try that again. Click on the right plane, click on dimension. There, 45 degrees. So now it's locked to 45. So we'll delete that and just run through the rest of them. So we've got the angle. Something else that we can do is we can select for construction, and then the line that we create, you can see it has this dashed style to it, which basically means that won't be regarded as a line to create solid geometry from when we create the feature. It's purely to help us control the other geometry that we're going to put in this sketch. So there's a standard line that could be used for solid geometry creation. So we put one over there. So say we wanted something like that, where it's this shape that's made up of two triangles essentially. This boundary, formed by these solid lines, would be used to make the feature, but this line would be disregarded. That's purely there so that we can control the other lines. So that's construction geometry. So we can delete that. One of the other options in the drop-down menu of lines is a specific center line, which is useful if you're doing revolves or sometimes creating reference geometry. So again, it behaves almost identically to the normal line. You can do an as sketched line, which means you can put it anywhere on the screen. So we've got one there, and as you can see, it looks fairly similar to construction geometry. There's a slight difference in the dash style, so I'll convert this solid line here to construction. You can see there's a slight difference in the style of dashing, but generally you'd use this line for center axes, for revolves, and for features that require an axis in the center of the sketch. So again, all the options in there are the same. You can lock it to horizontally, you can lock it to vertical, you can lock it to an angle, but you can also make it infinite length, which can be quite useful. So when you put the line in there, it runs on into infinity. Last option in there is midpoint line, which as its name suggests, you lock midpoint of the line down first, so we'll lock ours to the origin, and then whatever length you do in one direction is mirrored in the other direction. So there, you drop the point, and that line will always have its midpoint locked to wherever you dropped it initially.